Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another Nexus Gaming Series matchup. Tonight, featuring Phoenix Rising Amethyst against Sugarman's Soggy Sandwich Shop. Our map bans for this evening, PRA banning both Braxis and Garden. Meanwhile, Quad S, if you will, going to be banning Towers of Doom and Alterac. They said, Cranky, the captain, said, "I bet you can't guess what map we're going to." And I said, "It's Infernal, isn't it?" And then there was a pause, and they said, "No, we're gonna go to Tomb." So, apparently I got to decide the map pick tonight, which is gonna be Tomb. What's up, Zarelek? Welcome in. Lobby is up, and I am in, as both teams trickle in. Thanks for being here so early. I will not have not have the same excited tone. I'm pretty fucking tired. Just in every sense of the word. So I'm gonna do my best to try to give you some good games for the fans, but maybe just this one time, give me a pass on the shenanigans. I know it sounds like I'm about to jump over a bridge, but I'm alright. I'm happy to be here tonight with you all, casting literally two of my favorite teams. Both teams I have played on at one point or another and with these folks, so I'm excited to excited to see how they play. Alright, both teams now are in the lobby. We got excellent portrait synergy here. Let's see if we got the green light here from either team just yet. Good God, Cranky. Alright, we're gonna get into the first map here. Cranky drops some. It's like watching your autistic kids play against each other. Jesus. Oops. Okay. I think Bear got confused by saying Boomer APM, which is a person in NGS. But they are not actually playing. So. Alright. Let's get into it. 40 seconds to determine the first ban here. I don't think it's going to take that long. Both these teams have a history with one another. Again, I've played on both of these teams in some capacity. Not the actual team name itself, but with several members of Sugar's team, and obviously I was on PRA as well a few seasons back. So it's gonna be fun to see what they decide to go with. It is gonna take the full 40 seconds here. Maybe someone had to go to the bathroom, but with first pick, or rather first ban, we're gonna see the variant taken out. A staple, truly, for both teams here. They are afraid of the Diablo, and probably rightfully so. Zergpern has been known to play a pretty okay Diablo from time to time. The second ban phase here. Let's see what they decide to go with now. And it will be Vala. So also a bit of a target ban there. They don't want to give Pato his very much a comfort pick. And we still see Stukov banned. Falstad, Jail is a go. Hunter immediately picking that up. Falstad's still probably the strongest DPS in the game right now, in my personal, humble opinion. Very high win rate, very, very strong global. Always been a good hero. Always not disappointed to have a Falstad, but ultimately, with the introduction of Pinnacle quests, it's quite difficult to play around the strength that a Falstad has on quite literally any map now. So, good evening, Gus, by the way. Crikey Rhino grabs an Uther. Johanna, the strongest tank on this map, taken. Able to stall the turn-ins forever. And we got full global options here. See Little Arista grabbing a Brightwing as well, so 2 globals to nil. And Chelsea on the patented Thrall. Let's see if I have a meme for this that I came up with that I will share with you all. There you go. This is Moon switching to DPS as an offlaner, and nothing's been more true than what we have here. So. We see a Stitches band. And we see a Tychus band. So Zul'jin is still available for Pato. Definitely one of his comfort picks. Jimmy Raynor there from Dr. J and Sugarman on the Gazlo. One of my favorite heroes in the offlane. Not always good, but always fun. It is Gazlo. He's getting a buff soon. His turrets are going to do, or rather have, a little bit more health the next time you see the Gazlo patch. See how PRA ends up rounding out their team here. They need tank and offlane. I suspect we're going to see like an ETC and Blaze. Okay, Murden Blaze. Murden is getting a pretty substantial buff as well with this next patch. They're going to increase the first quest reward or pinnacle reward from 40 to 45, but they are going to give you 5 stacks on kill, allowing the Murden to kind of play more of a tank playstyle than he's used to. And yeah, we do see Pato grab Zul'jin, as suspected. Both teams definitely playing within their wheelhouse here. These are, if you've seen one game of these teams, you've seen them all kind of situation. Very, very standard choices for both these teams. And it'll ultimately come down on who, like most games, presses their buttons a little better. Game 1 of this best of 3 about to get on our way. We're in Div D tonight. let's get to the action. Again, good portrait synergy. Something that always has to be called out. Giving you that 5% bonus to morale as you enter the Nexus. And from left to right, our home team is going to be Phoenix, Rising, Amethyst. Soul Shepherd on Blaze, Little Barista on Brightwing, Zergpern on Murden, Hunter's Tag playing the Falstad, and we have Chelsea in the worst skin imaginable playing the Thrall. It gives me a little spray. From right to left, it is Sugarman's Soggy Sandwich Shop in red. Night Night on Johanna. Dr. J playing the Rainer. Pato on Zul'jin. Cranky Rhino on Uther. And Sugarman on the Gazlo. Double AA is a fair point to make here on a very heavy wave clear map. Q-build Zul'jin. Echo of Elements Thrall. I believe that's getting a bit of a nerf or a little bit of a rework. I saw some sort of patch notes come out today, but I'm not entirely sure what it meant. Haven't read it in its entirety. And as pleasantries are exchanged, we already have an engage from Johanna, and Pato will start stacking away. But huge stun there from the Blaze, and damage as well. And Blaze shuffling off. Gazelle has not taken a level 1 yet. Let's see if that becomes relevant. And Falstad will begin his stacking quest. Murden has, I mean, we have three pinnacle quests actually from the side of PRA. Murden able to get the jump out just in time before he was able to get scooped up and take a lot of damage. He gets stunned. He's able to skirt away. Dr. J, though, putting good damage down. He is Exterminator, so I expect him to get to this Bruiser camp here pretty soon. Yeah, one of the more boring offlane matchups. And here we have a nice focus on the top tower, doing a lot of damage here, but Pato is getting low in the backline. Hunter's Tag going in and getting the first blood for the side of PRA. Zergpern does not have enough mana for a hammer, and therefore Cranky Rhino will live. But Zul'jin stacks reset there a little bit. Does lose, I believe it's 15 stacks on death. 3 stacks on death. So 15 total autos lost on death. And that is exactly what he lost there. Brightwing's going to head to that hard camp, probably with Falstad close behind, and Soul Shepherd here in the bottom lane is doing a really nice job bullying this Gazlo off the point. It should be pretty hard for the Gazlo to win this. His wave clear kind of keeps up, but ultimately it's... yeah, Hunter's going to put some pressure on here, but without level 7, can't really gank the Gazlo. Unless Sugar stays around, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. So as 4 members of the blue team are off the map now, red team going to be able to push some waves in here. Get back some of this XP. And as I say that, Sugar, I leave him for a moment, and he walks forward into a Falstad, and will pay for it with his life. Blaze going to catch the bottom camp. A nice shift here from Brightwing will save Zerg from an untimely death. Cranky Rhino tries to get his gems in. It's 21-3. But red team doing a really nice job catching waves. They're full level down, but... can't deny the push power that they've had here. Taking already a top wall and tower. PRA returning the favor in the mid lane, taking both a tower and wall as well. And Gazlo now on shore duty, but unfortunately, nobody has come down here to support this bottom lane. And with these siege giants, if Gazlo is remaining on this camp solo for a while, ooh, big stun there. Hunter's going in for the kill, does get it, stun just a little bit late. And sub is done for Johanna. That's a significant bonus to the Johanna Q talent, if you will. 80 stacks already on the Falstad, already the first pinnacle stacking done. Well on his way to the second. Meanwhile, Gazlo did finally get the objective, rather the camp mid out. But he needs some support down here. If you're gonna play Gazlo, you're gonna have to have your offlaner come down here and at least try to help you. Send the Rainer down, get some pressure onto this Blaze, and relieve some of the just pushing in that the Blaze has been doing this entire game. Johanna is a very scary hero now with Subdue done. Nice poly here. Beautiful follow-up stun as well. But Joe still has Unstoppable. And as the middle spider is mostly cleared up, Sugarman's sandwich shop is going to head to the top lane. Big stun there from the root of Thrall. I guess nice root there from the root of Thrall. Paddle's going to get a fair amount of stacks, Bear. A little bit of shift healing for the Muradin. It's a nice poly yet again, but Paddle is starting to really hurt with... Ooh, big stun there from the Blaze. Are they going to try to get this kill? They might, but they might pay for it with their lives. Hunter's Tag is not long for this world. And Sugarman's Soggy Sandwich Shop is going to get their first blood as well. And blue team does get the bottom fort with this first turn in. Oh, it is so cold in my house. It is crazy. Like freezing my balls off down here. Anyway. Thrall almost at 40. Extra charge almost acquired. And you can see Dr. J maybe wanting to turn in here, but a little bit risky stepping forward here. And red team finally will get their first turn in. They're going to be down a full level. We could take a look at our ultimates here for the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. It is Blink Heal, Sunder, Bunker Avatar, and obviously Gust. Oh, did I miss an engage here? No. Alright, sorry for the whiplash. Let's see what's going on here in the top lane. Dr. J stepping up. It does not have a ton of mana here. Zergpern looking for a stun, finding it this time. Good damage from the Falstad, who goes forward but gets a nice blind assist, rather, the Rainer does, from the Johanna. And as the red team's Web Weavers are descending, they should be using this just to collect their level 10s here and not look for anything too crazy. That being said, Night Knight going in a nice Q and a good cleanse from the Brightwing. Heal up everybody after that. Pado stepping forward, continuing to get those stacks now. Slowly but surely, stacks will be acquired. What's going on, Bagatron? Looks like Zergpern wants to fight here a little bit, looking for a stun, finding Johanna. Split damage here a little bit, and there's Tazdingo. It's a nice Sunder, but a big grab bomb's going to catch 3 people in PRA. Now getting really low. Augusta disengage is going to save them, and nobody will die after that engage. A nice flank there from Sugar. A beautiful grab bomb, but nobody will fall this time around. Now Johanna is kind of a Narnia here. The root is going to miss. Nice trait there, but Zerg wants more. Going in, getting the stun. Hunter's Tag goes in, trying to provide the damage for the kill. Maybe didn't have his level 1 available. I'm guessing not. Nope, didn't quite. Oh, he did have it. He popped it for that. But it's just out of range to be able to get that last couple of autos off. Blaze does the bottom camp. And with that, the Siege Giants will be pushing in the bottom lane, much to Sugar's dismay. PRA does have another turn in here, but we do see potentially a full gank. He's got 31 gems. Bunker going to have to be used. And I think he's okay now. Yeah, we don't have shield just yet. No grav bombs. So Bunker used, but we do have an alive Blaze. Meanwhile, Zergpern going to come down here and look menacingly. In the top lane, we have both Thrall and Falstad pushing by themselves. It's a nice stun here. Soul Shepherd's going to have a stun available as well. Gravel going to catch both of them. And now here comes some DPS to support. Sugarman has no mana, though. Or excuse me, Cranky Rhino has no mana. Obviously, Sugar has no mana. He's a Gazlo. And now he has no health to boot. And it looks like Blaze now, with these 33 gems, is going to be able to turn in. And as the red team decides to do camp, blue team decides to do boss. They do have Gust available. They do have a talent tier up as well. And here we have the red team going and trying to poke. Blaze stun going to connect to a couple people in the back line, but now boss is done, and they have to be careful. Johanna does not have D available, and it's a nice poly. Beautiful D shield there from Uther. Should save the Johanna. And now Gazlo in a bit of trouble. Going to get a couple of heals. But that Blaze Oil, too much to run away from. He will go down. Uther going to complete that W quest. Big stun there from the whoever that is, the Muradin. Excuse me. And enough follow-up damage there to send the Uther back to the Shadow Realm. With Boss and Web Weavers here, you will see this keep pressured. Night Knight taking just a little too much damage here. Does get the D back just in time to live to see another day, but this keep is under siege, quite literally. It's up for real. Here in the mid lane, you see the Blaze trying to push mid. Gazlo doing his best to clear bottom, but it's all action here in the top lane. It's a beautiful stun in the top by, again, Muradin, who already has 67 stacks. 6-7. And as these Pinnacle quests begin to pile up, PRA going to be looking scarier and scarier. It looks like they may even try to end if they can get a couple more kills. This Poly has been brutal all game, and Sugar will fall. Or it's Sugar's team, so I keep saying the person's name. Anyway, PRA is showing no quarter here. Giving no quarter, is the saying. Blaze comes in from the mid lane, trying to look for a stun. I don't know if they can try to end. Zerg does not have enough mana to even do anything here, and I just don't think they can end with the cooldown on timers so low. Yeah, they're going to have to back up and consider other options. Now, unfortunately for Sugar's team, it's more bad news. Blue team has another turn in, the third, and net could be the deciding factor in how they can win a team fight. Maybe catch somebody off guard if Cleanse isn't up. Maybe Root can make all the difference with a Gravo, with a shield. But they are certainly fighting an uphill battle, down 3 levels, down 10 kills. It has been all PRA for the last 11 minutes of this game. In the top lane, Hunter's going to be trying to get something here. He's going to have to gust the team, and he will. It's a nice net there on the Muradin, but the Blaze stun is huge. Nice combination there with the gust. And we have a raid from Raka catching us here in the middle of this team fight. Already 2 people down now for the red team, and it's a beautiful Poly. Again, this Root combo, this Muradin, this Thrall, this front line for PRA has been oppressive this entire game, and they're chasing, literally chasing, Sugarman's team into the core. Cranky Rhino is going to be the last bastion of hope. And thank God he's got a little bit of light of his own, because there is nothing left on the battlefield for them. It was all PRA all game. A dominant showing here in game 1. 4-level lead. And KDA. GG's will come out. And Phoenix Rising Amethyst coming out with an exclamation point in game 1. Thank you for the raid, Rocco. Hopefully everybody from that stream is having a wonderful night. Thanks for coming out and supporting HOTS in general here. We take a look at the numbers, and they're not pretty. 12-minute game, 16-1. Leading the way in damage. Pato did his best to try to get those stacks and catch up a bit. Net wasn't quite the kill pressure they needed, but they're also down just so many levels it wasn't making much of a difference. Leading the way for both DPS, excuse me, for PRA, Felstad, and 4-man Thrall. Soak, Gazlo, and Blaze also doing their job. Well, you know, 40 watch stream. Holy. You had 450 points for that. Amazing. Take a look at our talents here, too. We actually have a... we have Reverberation. I guess because it's double auto attacker that you go reverb here, which I don't hate by any means. And we have Heavy Impact with Dwarf Launch, which I think a very underrated talent. There's a couple good choices here, but Heavy Impact to be able to allow not just your DPS to follow up, but also your Brightwing to get into position to poly for your Thrall to be able to root whatever target you're landing on for additional 1.5 seconds. 80% slow is so oppressive. Obviously, have the Voodoo Shuffle there on the Zul'jin, but if you're Raynor, if you're Gazlo, if you're the Uther, you're still going to have a really bad time. No cleanse here, Guardian of the Kings. I guess they were stunned, rooted quite a bit. So it does make sense this time around. But we will go to our map selection screen. We will give PRA their hard-earned point on the board as we go into our intermission. Now's the time to go get a drink, go get a snack, enjoy some tasty morsels. We got at least another game of NGS action here on the docket for tonight. That was picked by the red team, won by blue. I'm going to be back. I'm going to grab some water here, and we'll see you soon. Alright, we are heading to Cursed Hollow for our next map. I assume this was picked by... Yep, this was picked by Sugar's team. Cursed Hollow. Oh, we gotta give PRA their point. There we are. Alright, we got a little bit of friendly banter here, but it looks like we are about to get started. Let's get into game 2. Let's forget about what was being said during... Oh my goodness, the intermission. Holy smokes. These guys are unhinged in all the right ways. Crystal Hall is not a map I particularly see a lot. I think it is on the lower tier of fan favorites. You have NGS, but let's see. This was picked by the red team, right? Yeah, so this is picked by Sugar's team. Where are they going? We already see the Varian band. We see this time a Brightwing band. And the tank for Sugarman's team says thank you. Polymorph is brutal to play into. Expect to see the Falstad band again. Or rather, banned for the first time, but banned due to it getting through again and having the impact that it did. We're going to see the Haka band. Okay, so another global. Removed from the situation. No, sorry. My mouth is really, or my nose is really stuffed up, and I have really bad allergies. So yeah, it probably sounds like I'm heavy breathing like crazy. Sorry. I will try to be better about it.
I will fight to my last breath.
I literally cannot breathe out of my nose. And I can barely do it on a good day, but I especially can't do it today. Welcome to Blue's heavy breathing stream, where I cast Heroes of the Storm while heavy breathing. So, Anubarak Rhaegar snagged for Sugarman's sandwich shop. Two very strong, macro-orientated heroes here for them. And we have both Chelsea and Bear taking Tychus Anduin. No, I appreciate you. No, it's allergy season, and it kicks my ass. Kicks my ass real good. See Joe Mama band, and we see Vala band. So again, Zul'jin still very available.
My hatred is
And we see an Illidan Abathur. Hell yeah. I love this. I am such a fan. That's really good into what they're showing right now. And this is kind of why you don't want to kind of pigeonhole yourself in DPS. But I think if they just take like Diablo here with a Sonya? Diablo Sonya? Oh shit, we see a Lost Vikings. Alright. Yep, I'm a fan. And we see Chromie. Cool. This is gonna be awesome. Little bit of spice, little bit of action, little more conversation, or rather a little less conversation, a little more action. I blew it. It's that Elvis guy, right? He said that? Alright. From left to right, whoops, it is the home team, Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Hunter's Tag on Falstad, Little Barista on Anduin. Soul Shepherd playing the Lost Vikings in every lane. Zergpern on Diablo, and we have Chelsea playing the Tychus. From right to left, it is Sugarman's Soggy Sandwich Shop. Say that with stuffy nose. Pato is on Illidan. Dr. J is on the Chromie. Rhaegar being played by Cranky Rhino Sugarman himself on the Anubarak. And Night Knight with a big old brain. Look at the size of that thing. That thing is fucking huge. What a gross little bug you are. He's on the Abathur. And will we see the Falstad hunting the Abathur at all? It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So, a wise man once said that Vikings counters the Abathur quite a bit. And I'm curious to see how true that's going to be as the game progresses here. As we already see First Blood going over to Illidan. And I'm going to miss a lot of kills like that. Yeah, okay, so in the top lane, Vikings going down everywhere. So 2 Vikings already down. And I don't know if we've even seen Soul Shepherd play Lost Vikings before in an NGS game. Maybe once. But I can't in recent memories think of a time where he's done it very often. Nice engage here from Zergpern. Does Hunter have enough damage? He's going to E forward, trying to get the kill, but will not. 200 HP is enough. He will tap. And what's going on in the bottom lane? Where will we end up this time? It'll be Soak being missed here. Here comes Zergpern. He's going to try to find the Chromie. Going to get a flip on her. Chelsea doing a really nice job there with the body blocking. Hunter almost dies to the towers, but will live. See another day. Meanwhile, Viking continuing to fall. And I'm surprised Illidan is not the stacking quest into these Vikings. I guess I don't really play enough Illidan to know definitively, like, hey, this is good or this is not. But I know you stack on kills, and Illidan has been farming, so... I don't know. Interesting. Oh my gosh, my arms are so cold. Let's take a look at this mid lane. See what's going on with this camp. Sugarman Sandwich Shop doing a really nice job with their macro thus far. Huge value here, mid. Zergpern trying to kill the Chromie. Almost needing the pull, but not quite. Let's see how much value PRA can get here. The objective is up, so I expect to see a Viking go in after that. Hunter's just a little bit too far behind to be able to... Wow, they just absolutely let him be in lane with that. So the idea here is you either want to cap this very quickly with a Viking, or a Sugar with this Illidan is just kind of farming in the backline, and I think Bear's dead, yeah, so... Okay, his luck has run out. And Anduin will fall. Soul Shepherd has a Viking here, but he's just not controlling it. He will now begin to cap Dr. J. Probably going to be able to get another poke. Does so successfully. Zergpern getting low, but Rhaegar will fall thanks to the gank slightly above the bush above him. Ooh, Sugarman going in. Will the Sugarman be coming out? And if you are now the side of the sandwich shop, you kind of have to give this. Or this Viking is going to be taking a lot of your lunch money. Rather, a lot of the Vikings will be. Soul Shepherd going to lose another Viking, perhaps? No. But I think if he just gets hatted here, he kills him. No. The hat is in the top lane on the tank, of all people. Zergpern has not had full health for quite some time, relying solely on these, well, souls and W build, but this time looks like he will be going. No, my god, it's still under 100 HP and he's going to live. A Nubarak falls. Illidan falls too, but Cranky Rhino at 50 HP and a hat will be doing alright. And now as the camp is bribed here, Olaf stands proudly next to his creation. And this Siege Giant is going to be taking this building for quite some time until Rhaegar or Nubarak can come deal with it. And now we have nearly a 2-level lead for the side of PRA thanks to these Vikings. And now Olaf being spotted here. He is probably going to die to the Illidan. He's making a break for a Cranky Rhino here to provide additional support. And yeah, Olaf gonna fall. Meanwhile, is it going to be looped this time around? Nice baiting here from the Falstad. Able to let Chromie think she might get a kill, but alas, the cavalry had arrived. And we do see slowing sands. Alright. I really like that you just hunt whatever is in sands. Or rather, hunt and then sands. And you're going to be feeling really good about your situation. 29 globes already for the Viking Horde. And the little barista is going to try to cap this. They do have their 10s. Here's an APOC combo onto Pato. Chelsea with the minigun and the grenade. It's going to be enough damage to get a kill. Meanwhile, little barista and Soul Shepherd helping Chromie complete their stacks. But Hunter is here. Does have a couple autos. It's a beautiful grenade there from Chelsea. To be able to boop the Chromie back just into the Falstad range. And 2 seeds now in favor of PRA, and they are going to be starting this boss with Gust available with their level 10s. And as we look at the level 10s here for the side of PRA, it is Light Bomb, Commandeer Odin, we see Avatar, or excuse me, play it again, APOC that we saw, and we have the, what the heck is it called? The Wind Tunnel. Gust. Nice Ancestral there from Cranky. Pato is in here for the long shot, but he's gonna, oh no. It's not Hunt, and oh no, not the boss's capped. He's in for a world of CC. He's trying to auto as best he can, and it's a really nice slowing sands here. They might be able to get a counter kill. It's a good pull from Barista, but will it be enough to keep him alive? Cranky Rhino going in, giving him the bite. And now Chromie providing so much damage onto the Anduin. It was a good Ancestral. Oh no, Sugarman wants more, but he's not going to find anything but the Hall of Storms. Souls are still available. It's a beautiful slowing sands again from Dr. J. Chromie play this game has been quite strong. And Tribute will be up in 15 seconds. It looks like Zergpern wants to find something. It's a beautiful cleanse there from Cranky Rhino. Whoops has been called. I'm not sure why. Where's... I don't know what that's about. And Pato is going to be running down one of the Vikings? Not quite. Play it again is used in the bot lane. And Pato, completely alone, and no business down 2 levels to be able to cap this, is going to cap this, and now have to run for his life or pay for it with his life. APOC trying to be used on the escape. The Vikings all discover the Illidan, and the split is, or the focus is very split here from PRA. Sands is down. It's a nice route there. Now Chromie, Zerg doesn't care if he's playing to the Sands because he gets a cocoon and he's chilling. Are we going to see a hat? No, it looks like another bribe here from the side of PRA. It's going to provide some more siege, and Eric, being his little cheeky self, is going to pay. Well, twice, I guess. Once for the camp, and another for his actions. It's just a Viking and a Diablo here, and there's... Well, I guess souls are still available. We see a combo build. They're looking for some sort of gust, and we're going to find one on the Cranky Rhino. He can do not much but sit there and watch his health bar go down. Bear's going to do it herself. The Falstad does die, and the solo light bomb is enough to provide a little bit of cover, and looks like it might be enough there with that additional root to get another kill. Illidan this time will fall. Sugarman with a hat. Can he escape? No, he's not going to have E available for quite some time. And now the blue team is going to get their final curse point, and they will be cursed. Looks like Zerg may want to try to get this Chromie. Nice slowing sands there, but maybe too little, too late. Chelsea with a grenade. It's not enough to get the kill. And Dr. J will tap and provide a little bit of support here. I mean, Diablo can still just dive this, so they gotta be careful here. The wall means nothing to them, especially when they're up 3 levels. Oh, bit of a mistake there on the Diablo. And now Pato probably calling for a hat here at this point. And we have Odin, I think, for the first time being used. Nice unstop. Is it going to be enough to get Dr. J out of there? Yes, we're going to see the Ancestral be used here, maybe a little early. But it might not matter. Zergpern taking quite a bit of damage from the slowing sands. And now the tank has arrived, and pull will need to be used. Bear has no mana. And as the cocoon is used on the Diablo, it looks like that might be what they're able to kill. Chromie's damage may have been enough. Spulse Shield pop, though, probably wasn't going to do it. But a safety pull used nonetheless. At 13-4 in kills. It's PRA continuing their dominant run here in this best of 3. 49 globes now for the Vikings, who are only getting stronger by the moment. Shifting sands. Gnome speed ahead. Okay. Gnome speed ahead. Goodbye, Viking. Oh, he's able to get him out. Okay. He's able to scurry away. Which is very much what they do. They scurry. Once all the forts are down on this map, it feels like Vikings lose a little bit of their advantage. Then suddenly Amethyst feels like it's kind of got a little bit more of an advantage. I don't know if that's really true or not, but it feels like it's hard, a little bit harder for the Vikings to be as impactful when all the forts are down. He's going to try to back. Instead, we're going to have an APOC on a Chromie. Doesn't have timeout available because of that. We'll see Dr. J in about 35 seconds. Meanwhile, Barista stepping up, trying to do this camp. Going to be another solo light bomb just to scare Cranky Rhino away. Zergpern is here, able to help him try to escape. We're going to see Ancestral used, but not go off in time. And now with a boss pushing here in the bot lane, I didn't even notice it happening, by the way, so apologies for that. But the boss is going to be used to potentially end this game. They're going to be up 3 levels. They're going to have a healthy boss and a camp, and this could end. They only have, I mean, really 3 defenders. And it looks like PRA is set to hit the core here. Half health boss, couple of giants in the back line. Pato getting stunned under the might of that boss. But he's going to get hatted here in a moment. It's a nice gust to try to disengage, but here's the hat. Pato going to be slicing through as best he can. He can't quite cut through the health bars here. Down this many levels. And as the core begins to dissipate and the dust settles, PRA is going to win 2-0 over Sugarman's Soggy sandwich shop. So pretty quick series here. PRA making quick work of the Sandwich Boys. Team Green here, almost. Team Underbite, as we sometimes like to call it. I guess they don't have that many Underbites, but Team Green for sure. Amethyst did not die. Same can be said about the Diablo. And the Tychus. 9 kills for the Tychus. Meanwhile, look at how much XP soaked here from the Lost Vikings. 23,000. Amethyst had a global, but didn't have 3 globals. Therefore, only 13,000. There's the PRA bringing up the rear. Take a look at our talent choices here for you folks as well. Alright. That's going to do it for me. Let's see if... anybody else casting tonight? I don't think so. I think it's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Anybody casting later? Peldor, okay, that's Saturday. So no games tomorrow on Friday. Peldor has a cast on Saturday, April 11th. That's going to be between Spooky Ghosts and Magnitude Fault Shift. Otherwise, we'll be picking up the action back again on Sunday the 12th. Alright, well, that's going to do it for me. For NGS, my name is Eternally Blue. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations again to Phoenix Rising Amethyst 2-0 over Sugarman Soggy Sandwich Shop. Till next time, be good to each other.